Y'all know this is an experiment, right? It's an experiment. It's a great experiment. The great idea. The great big idea. Y'all know that? What idea? America. North America. United States. We the people, by the people, for the people. It's an experiment. It's an idea. It's an idea of democracy, of becoming a melting pot. Becoming a melting pot. It's a great idea. It's been a great idea for, 274, 75 years, maybe longer, since 1776. And I know a lot of my brothers on here will be like, well, we were still in chains and bondage and slaves. Yes, we were. Some of us have already paid and bought out our freedom, bought out our freedom. But I don't think we had got our humanity. We didn't get our humanity yet. But it is a great experiment. It is a great experiment. It's the greatest place on earth. There's a lot of other tropical places or snowy places or more maybe liberal, free places, I guess, in a sense. But as far as overall being able to be around this many different cultures, to be as, I guess, vocally free as you could be with the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And we're also going through some things that we're in the future. We're pushing the envelope of this great experiment. But again, it's an experiment. It's an experiment that needs checks and balances. It needs room to be able to develop. And I believe we're in that crux again of a great change, of a great development. I believe that the pains that we're feeling is because for too long have we chose sides. We forgot that we are the side. That's what we forgot. For too long that we have chosen a side, like we're in some sort of fraternity or a gang. And we forgot that we are part of a bigger fraternity, a bigger gang, which is this community of America, the we the people. We make the choices. The great founders left it up to us. They made it and left it up to us. Whether you were in bondage at the time, that some of these founders, whether we don't know the whole truth, if some of these founders were listening to the countless sermons and theologies and conversations that slaves were having, some of those meetings that slaves were having and talking amongst themselves, and maybe the overseer or whoever overheard those conversations and carry them over into it, because we already know that our Constitution was derived off of the Iroquois Confederacy Constitution. Okay? So these ideas just didn't come from these few white men that stood inside of some hot-ass building on July 4th and signed in 1776. That's not it. It took the entire country. My people, we built this country on our back, with our hands, with our blood, with our back, with our thoughts. Most of the inventions, we already know where they came from. I don't have to go down the laundry list no more, because I'm seeing it on my timeline this whole month of February. And I hate to date this video so it can just live forever. But I'm wondering how many are going to still be posting this black thought, this black ideology after February's done. How many are going to share and like someone else's ideology and idea of what it means for us to share the information of our histories? How many of us are going to understand that we need to get on code very quickly? All of our great leaders have been trying to get us to be on code as a people. And if we can't get on code as a people as far as black people, then we need to get on code as a people as far as American people. So that way we can pull together the poor, the rich, the middle class, those who are downtrodden, to make it be this utopian type of world that we think America's supposed to be, that everybody and anybody can exist and do and think what they want to think, and everybody makes a livable wage, everybody has a home, everybody can have a car or not have a car, everybody could travel to wherever they want to travel. We can have that. We got the money here to do it. We're watching it. So let's let Doge find this money. Let's hope that the money that's found, the waste can be stopped, and then the waste can be put where it needs to be put to make these cities and countries, cities and states and rural areas much better than what they need to be. Maybe the education system better to where we don't have 32 kids in one classroom. Maybe we can have more teachers. If we got 32 kids, we need to divide that by to where we only have 11 kids in a classroom. So what that means, we need to hire like 3 or 4 more teachers, and that the salaries, starting off at the salaries at 65, maybe 70,000 a year, and make the window up into 500,000 for a teacher, depending on administrator. We need to do that for the education system. If we really believe in the education system, then we need to divert monies to that educational system. I'm saying the Doge need to go all the way down to the HOA and do an audit on everything, everybody, where all this money, the property taxes, where that money going, how is it being used, what is being utilized. Because I'm rolling around on streets to this day, potholes that are older than me. That don't make no sense. But again, this is the great American experiment. Democracy. We live in a republic, meaning we are a group of free individuals able to make and do what we need to do, what we deem as successful. It's time to get back to the family and start your foundational base and make sure that's at its best. That's where it's all going to start from. It's right there at home. Home training. Boo-hoo, whining and crying about Black history being taken out or whatever being taken out. It never was in. The Black history that was being taught at school, that wasn't even for Black people. That was for white people and other cultures to understand who we are. See, some of y'all ain't gonna get that. That was for us to know who we are. For them to know who we are. And also, at home, we're supposed to be teaching our kids the real Black history or more additional Black history that they don't get taught and never will get taught. So that way we can know who we are. Because everybody else knows who we are and who we were except for us. And that's because we're always constantly trying to make it seem as if someone else needs to come in and make sure we get the information that we can go and get for ourselves. That's what this great experiment is about. To get what we need as a human race for ourselves, and not worried about a king, a monarchy, not worried about a dictator, but have it for the people. So let's take our power back as a people, because we the people are the ones who are going to make this great experiment the best it can be. Make it great.